You know why you don't want to follow Christ? You know why you don't want to get out of your own way? Because you're used to your will. You're used to your plan. You are used to what you want and not what anybody else want. That comes with the selfishness. That is pride, and that is rooted in all evil. Because your emotions are telling you you need this, because your free will is telling you to go to do this, because your flesh is leading you to do this, because your mind is telling you this is a good thing. You have a problem with submitting to God. You have a problem with surrendering to God because you want what you want. That's why people don't like to get out of sin, because it feels good. It feels good to their flesh. It's pleasing to your flesh. Your flesh is weak. So you don't want what God wants for you because you want to be in control. You want to manipulate the Bible and certain scriptures to fit your life. That's not how that go. If you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it wholeheartedly. You're not going to get it right every day, but you're going to have to try. A lot of people stay in what I deem as familiar. A lot of people stay in a comfort. A lot of people do not grow because of their will, their mind, and their emotion. It is a choice. Either you want to grow or you don't. You're going to either keep repeating cycles or you're going to become the cycle and not break the generational curse. A lot of people are stuck because they want to be, not because God wants you to be. You're stuck because you want to be. You're stuck because you like repetitive cycles. You're stuck because you think that what you have for your life is way better than what God has. You're stuck because you don't want to grow, and you're around people that feed you not growing. They're okay with where you are. They okay with how you are today. Once boundaries are in place, once you start setting the tone, once you start being different, they're going to think you're better than them. They're going to say you start acting different. In all actuality, you just want to be a better version of yourself. You can't keep controlling your life because it don't belong to you anyway. It's not your life. You didn't just get here. You wasn't just planted on this earth just to do nothing. You wasn't planted on this earth just to do what you want to do. And to be honest, a lot of people leave themselves in self-destruction because they come here and do what they want to do. And then when they leave here, they still never tapped into the things that God had for them. They still never decided to do something different. They're still okay with what they're doing right now. They're still okay with the cycles that's been running rampant in their generational bloodline. They're still okay with it. You're still repeating the same cycles. If you are a nasty person, your aunt cuss people out, you cuss people out, everybody cuss people out in your bloodline, you think that's okay? You're not going to grow. That's what keeps you stuck. If you fly off at the mouth so fast that you can't wait for something, you can't wait to respond without listening to actually hear what they're saying, that's keeping you stuck. That's keeping you stagnant. If you don't bow to God, His will for your life, His plan for your life, His purpose for your life, you're going to continue to bow to the enemy. The enemy is yourself. The enemy or the enemy. Are you going to keep bowing to that? Are you going to keep bowing to what's familiar? Are you going to keep bowing to what you know? Are you going to keep bowing to your environment? Are you going to keep being the same person? You will never grow until your mind, your will, and your emotions are in check. The more that you don't keep them in check, the more that you're going to be stuck and stagnant and think that it's all about you. When no, God said He had a purpose for your life, a purpose and a plan to prosper you and not to harm you. But because you think your plan is better, you keep being hurt. You keep going through cycles. You keep on dealing with coping mechanisms such as drugs, alcohol, the things to numb those areas, but you're still going to have to deal with them tomorrow. You're still going to have to deal with them in 10 years until you surrender your life and your will. You will continue running the same cycles over and over again. I see it so much. It's almost sickening to me. Like, you don't take a look at your life and be like, I did this last year, I want something different. Your different can only change when your mind, your will, and your emotion change. You will never get far until you work on those three things. So before the year is out, start working on some personal development, because I see a lot of people that's headed down to destruction. And we know that if you're not doing your job here on earth, the quickest way to leave this earth is by not obeying to the will of God.